I'm back doing power scaling. Yay! So, as you can tell, I'm pretty excited to be back doing versus battles, and I've been racking my brain for a while to think about what to do for another versus battle, because I couldn't think of anything really. That is, until I delved into the world of Akame ga Kill, and one particular character piqued my interest, and I found out that they're actually pretty strong. So I decided to put her up against Shonen's newest golden boy of swordsmanship, Kamado Tanjiro. Now you might be wondering, what versions of them are we gonna use? Well, since Akame ga Kill is long since ended, and at least part 1 of Demon Slayer has ended, I'll be using the versions of them at the end of the series. So, spoiler warning for those who haven't seen or read either. And with that out of the way, hey ho, let's go right into the battle. I'm so excited. Now, Akame is personally one of my favorite characters from Akame ga Kill. Not only is she well endowed, but she has some pretty impressive physical ability. Oh, and she's good in the fight too. But seriously, she is no joke by the end of the series. She can trade blows and take attacks from General Budo, Wave, and even Best Girl Death herself. But first, let's get into Budo. So, General Budo has the Teigu Thunder God's Rays Adramelech, which allows him to use electrical attacks. It apparently also allows him to make storms and has made one that clocks in at 5.4 megatons. And this isn't even his full power, and Akame was able to fight him while angry, and it's implied that he gets stronger the angrier he gets, and even dodged lightning created by that storm. Now she also fought Wave, whose Teigu Grand Chariot is a rival to Evolved Incursio. And Evolved Incursio is no joke, cause you know that guy Budo, the guy we just talked about? Well, Incursio is actually strong enough to damage him with his strikes. And just like the Saiyans, Incursio gets stronger as it fights. In fact, it got so strong that it knocked base Shikotazer away with one hit. Now, for those of you who aren't aware what Shikotazer is, it's the big Gundam mech thing from the end of the series that made a crater this big with one laser shot. Also, it's stated that Grand Chariot actually has overall better stats than Incursio. Now, that's in reference to base Incursio, so I don't know if it's the same for Evolved Incursio, but for the sake of the video, we'll just say they're around the same. So if you think that's impressive, just wait till you hear about the feats from the main bitch herself, Ezudesu. So you know Incursio, right? We just got done talking about the guy. Well, Incursio can evolve into a second form and get noticeably stronger, right? Well, Death treated that Incursio like an absolute joke, and keep in mind that in his first form, he was able to harm General Budo. The same General Budo who made that 5.4 megaton storm. She even made Tatsumi wary about fighting her in his third form. And not to mention, she's constantly stated to be Empire's strongest warrior, including base Shikotazer and third form Tatsumi. So if Akame can fight that, then she must be really strong, right? Well, she can get even stronger than that. Let me explain. So Death, by channeling all of her power, can use an ability called Ice Storm Commander-in-Chief that created a giant ice storm capable of covering an entire continent. So Akame knew she was outmatched and needed to get stronger. So she took her own sword and killed herself with it to activate Inunzo mode. With this, she's almost comparable to a fully serious Ice Storm amped Death and even managed to come out victorious in the end. So, all in all, she's surprisingly powerful and definitely a lot stronger than the anime makes her seem. Now, Tanjiro, let's talk about Tanjiro. So, I'll be talking about the Tanjiro that fought Muzan at the end, partial Demon Tanjiro, but I'll also be adding a hypothetical Tanjiro that can use See-Through World on top of that, just as a fun little add-on. So, the only thing that partial Demon Tanjiro has done is fight Muzan, so the only real way to scale him is to scale him to Muzan. Now, for those of you who haven't seen my Muzan vs. Dio video, by the way, go watch it, link in the description. Muzan is no joke. So Muzan is stated to be incomparably stronger than the upper moons, as shown when his aura alone paralyzed and made Akaza bleed. Now one of the moons, Doma, created a giant ice bodhisattva, while weakened by poison. And to destroy it would require 70.1 tons of force, or enough to destroy a city block. So if the statement's true, then Muzan could casually, or at the very least in his combat form, destroy that statue with relative ease. And Tanjiro in the final battle fought against him for an hour and did most of the damage, even deflecting Muzan's arm whips for 10 minutes, and getting hit by him while he was serious and didn't even budge. Now what if he could use See-Through World though? Well, just like Partial Demon Tanjiro, we only get to see this once, and it's against one opponent, Akaza, and he completely destroyed Akaza with this. Like, he sliced his head off without him even having time to react. And Akaza is comparable to Gyu, the Water Pillar, with his Demon Slayer mark active. And Gyu in base is superior to Zenitsu, who's dodged lightning before. In fact, he was so much faster than Gyu and Akaza that he was able to see their fight in slow motion. So he possibly could be sub-relativistic to light if he could use this in his partial demon form. So on to the big question, who would win in the fight? Well, this fight is actually trickier than any other that I've covered before because yes, Akame is far stronger and they both are around the same speed. Even in their transformed states, it's still pretty difficult. But I will say this, base to base, Akame is definitely winning. But with See-Through World, I'm gonna have to say I'm in the middle on that one. Because Tanjiro is probably overall faster in that form and is able to completely conceal all of his intent. But with her being at a relative speed, I think she might be able to react to him, and one cut from Murasame and he's fucking finished. So, I don't know, but I feel like I'm edging slightly towards Tanjiro because of his heightened perception, because again, he was able to see the fight in slow motion. So I think he can react to Akame just fine. But, let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, be sure to leave a like if you liked the video. Comment what you think you want to see next or just whatever. And be sure to subscribe for more of me and my content that you want to see. And as always, I'm out.